Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, WAKWAK, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, shalom to my Akim, Wakwatим, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakub coming at you with no lesson. Let's start with Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And today's lesson is going to be on this video that I had seen, or I didn't see the whole thing, but I saw a bit of it. And while the brothers in the starting parts of it, the part that I saw, all right, they didn't mention this. I thought I should, I felt the Spirit get on me, so I thought I should just, make a lesson on this anyway, because I think there was a kind of a period of time where I think last month I didn't really talk about the MOTB, so now is a good time frame, not even just time, but a time frame to be getting on that more so than ever, because that's the Spirit that the Lord put on me. So basically, one thing that I believe, there's no full confirmation on it yet, but there's one thing that I believe is that Neuralink might be not necessarily the entirety of the MOTB, but it might be one of the complementary and incentives to the MOTB. And the reason why is because basically with the videos that I have done on it, okay, which basically they have letting people giving the functionality, or they're giving the features of allowing people to communicate with each other, to control mouses and computers or technology with their minds and stuff like that. It's this type of technology that is also going to allow, that Esau also plans on allowing paraplegics and people who can't use their arms and legs and stuff like that potentially regain motor function, in maybe through what's it called? Slacky. The thing is that if they basically master getting people used to controlling a computer, for example, then and Slacky, and in addition to that, it kept on saying half man, half machine, half man, half cyborg, all this shit. That was in all those videos that I was doing. Basically, and it's not even half, but basically the thing is that one of the big things that I believe, speaking as a man, because I don't think this is actually confirmed, because the primary function for the MOTB is going to be buying and selling, but I do believe that there's going to be a potential incentive to getting it, which leads to people that are incapable of using their arms, legs, like that are handicapped and whatnot. They're going to say that I didn't get to walk for all this time. I want to be able to walk again. I want to be able to do it. I want my motor functions back. And Revelation chapter 16 verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Almighty. And that's the thing where people, or Slacky, Esau is working miracles, or making these miracles happen, because Yahawashi was able to cure the blind, revive people from the dead, and Esau is able to do certain miracles, not miracles as what Yahawashi did, but Esau is able to do certain miracles through his left hand witchcraft, I guess, if you want to call it that, where he can potentially restore motor functions, because there was some this one video I saw where this chick was using a mechanical arm, like that was, she could use it like like a normal hand and whatnot. Anyway, continuing on, yeah, it's these are the types of things where they're gonna actually go more into it, where it's gonna be technology where there's actually people that are using machines and are actually have machines conjoined into their bodies to actually make them like fully, like visibly half machine. I don't know if you are familiar with these types of movies, like the Terminator and stuff like that, where you get that half machine dude and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, you basically get the point where, you know, people are going to have mechanical limbs potentially, or just metal sticking out of their bodies, which it's made to give them the motor functions that they lost and stuff like that. And again, like if you really think about it, if you talk to someone who is unable to walk, who's unable to pick up their kids, to hug their loved ones and whatnot, not unable to move and to do stuff on their own, you know, if you offer them, say, hey, would you like to be able to walk again? Like a lot of these people are going to be like, yes, like I'm going to do whatever. I will make a deal with the devil and all that stuff. And they will literally, you know, sell their souls simply for these types of opportunities, especially when Esau is coming over here saying, oh yeah, here, you guys, we want to help you guys. We want to do this. We want to do that. Like, come join us. We're friendly. We want to help you. Like, believe in us and whatnot. And then, you know, as a result of that, you know, things just get bad. Things go bad, and then lo and behold, we have the MOTB being implemented, and so many people. And you know, that was the thing. People might think that they're gonna refuse it, but in actuality, like the circumstances are going to be so bad that just people are going to take it. All right, because the circumstances, like there's no food, you're not going to be able to buy and sell, you're not going to be able to do a whole bunch of stuff. They're going to give you money. Like there's going to be, I believe through the Spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, all right, that speaking as a man again, that there's going to be so many incentives to take the MOTB that people are just going to think, or just going to take it without a second thought. Okay, just off the incentives. And then when things get bad, you know, the people that were on the fence, and that's when, because you know, that's basically, and this is why I always call the C9B a rehearsal, because that was basically how the thing was, where it but to a lesser degree. You have them presenting the hokey pokey, all right, as this thing of what's the word? As this thing of like, look, this is a thing to help you guys, all right. And then we're trying to help you guys. We need to help the people of the world and whatnot, not just America, not just everywhere. All right, everyone needs to be helped out. All right. So as a result of that, you know, people were still saying, I don't really know, I'm not going to get that and whatnot. And then, or just flat out saying, hell no, I'm not taking that shit. And then as time went on, the government was like, okay, you know what? We're not playing this game. Fuck you guys. You all need to take this shit. If you don't take this shit, you're losing your job. People start firing people that do not have this thing. This is now government regulated, and a lot of people lost their job. A lot of people were able to keep their job. A lot of people were just had to conform, or just, you know, do some bullshit to get by. And you know, the Lord helped, you know, lots of people, and a lot of us got to, you know, get by, get past that one little problem and whatnot. All right. And you know, that's just another example of the Lord. Again, as I said before, it's a rehearsal, and that's an example of the Lord taking care of the people that trust in Him. All right. So yeah, like this is that was an example for what's to come. And you know, I always like to make a reference to that because that's one of the best things, because you can see how many people, or no, I don't think you can see. I don't know how many people, Slock. Bear with me one moment. What percent of the world population So it says what, 70%? I hate these goddamn fucking hell, bro. It says over here, it says more than 55 billion people worldwide have received a dose of the you know what, equal to about 72.3% of the world population. So over 70% of people at least got one dose of the you know what. All right. So and that is a very big percentage. All right. That's a very big percent. Obviously, and honestly, I genuinely believe that number is only going to increase in terms of who is going to take the MOTB. I think that the actual number might be fucking, I would say to lowball it, I'd say 80, 85 to lowball, and highball maybe 90. All right, but that's just me giving out a random speculative guess. All right, because I was just thinking about how the circumstances are going to be even worse. All right, and there's not going to be no room for there's not going to be any room like there was before, because comparatively, when it came to the hokey pokey, they were more lenient compared to what they're going to do, because you're going to soon not be able to buy or sell. There were some instances for me when I tried to go to the store to buy something, I wasn't even allowed to pay with cash. I wasn't even allowed to. I literally had to use my credit card, and as a result of that, this is the stuff that's going on, where it's going to be even worse. Okay, so as a result of that, let's continue on. Matthew chapter 12 verse 25. And Yahawashi knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself, how shall then his kingdom stand? And this is in reference to Donald Trump, because apparently in this video Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they are going their separate ways. And as again, this goes back into the whole Neuralink and the MOTB thing, because I thought that this was their partnership would be good, and Elon Musk being a part of that stuff is going to be like a big thing that pushes us into this whole digital system and stuff like that. And the thing is, that still doesn't invalidate it right now, or doesn't mean oh yeah, we're gonna have to wait an extra 20 years or whatnot because of that. But it basically means that it doesn't matter if they are buddy with each other. It doesn't matter if they aren't joined together, right? Because at the end of the day, these devils can do whatever they want, and they're not above killing each other to take whatever stuff that they feel like they want or need from the other. All right, so yeah, as I read in Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, though it tarry, wait for it, it will not tarry. So even though it might seem like, oh yeah, like this means this is a result. This means that there's going to be a delay, so we have to wait a bit. No, that's not what it means. That means that, even though it looks like things are slowing down, it's still gonna happen. All right. So yeah, like this, and that's the thing. I wasn't really afraid of that. I was like, okay, that seems a little bit weird, but regardless, I'm still waiting for more. All right. So let's continue on. Micah chapter 2, verse 2, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And that's another thing where they take stuff by violence. Who again, as I literally stated before, it's nothing to them that they say, okay, you know what, Elon Musk, give us your stuff, or we're gonna kill you, or they kill him, and then they just take his Neuralink process thing and stop the development and just make it to something simple. So it could still be improving motor functions for people, or it could just not be improving motor functions. It could just be the utility of, we want to track all the people with this digital stuff and whatnot. Put this in your hand or put this in your forehead. And that's the thing. Like you never know. You never know how these things could go. And it's not up to us or our understandings of how things going. It's just, we wait for the Lord to put stuff into play. Psalm 55 verse 20. And he hath put forth his hand against such a be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. And Esau is no exception. Even with their own people, even with each other, they can't even keep their words. They can't even keep their covenants with each other. They make agreements, they make arrangements, and then they break them. Okay. As a matter of fact, wasn't it? I could be wrong on this, so I'm not spreading misinformation. But with that CEO insurance guy that got shot by some random. All right, wasn't that and the actual shooter, wasn't he an Edomite? All right, he got his parent or his grandmother or whatever that died as a result of it, and then he went and shot the CEO and whatnot. So like these are the stuff that happens. Like these are the things that happen where they don't care about each other. They're still gonna want to kill one another. And the irony of that, just kind of being a little bit petty, is how Esau always wants to say how Jake always kills each other for no reason, but yet Esau is not above doing the exact same thing. All right, I think Esau makes up like 50%. More than 50% Slocky, more than 50% of like violent crimes and stuff like that. All right, as victims and what's it called? I'm pretty sure it was like 70% of violent crimes. I don't remember the number. Slocky, 50 or 70, I forgot, but I think it was 74 more specifically. But anyway, continuing on. As I was saying, like there's no agreement, there's no let's stay at peace and whatnot. They just want to kill each other or abuse their power in order to get ahead and with whatever plan that they have. All right, Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3: the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, so like this is the thing where Esau is very proud and he doesn't believe that anyone can contend with him. All right, and as a result of that, that pride, and that was another thing that I had noticed with Elon Musk, with how he was thinking like, oh yeah, well I believe in overwhelming people, I would believe in no sympathy and whatnot, but yet the Democrats, they should be sympathy, the side of empathy, the side of this and the third, then he should be nicer and whatnot, but yet he is a freaking devil, and now he wants to what's that word called? He wants to crawl up in the fetal position and ask for pity when his freaking Tesla stuff were getting bombed and stuff like that. Like that was the stuff that was going on, where it's like after puffing up his chest and whatnot, he was basically getting humbled. All right. That's the Lord, and that's the Lord at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, the Lord is going to destroy these devils. All right. regardless of whatever plan that they're doing, whether they're working together, whether they're not working together, whether they get divided, because especially if they're divided, as we read in Matthew chapter 12, verse 25, okay, a kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone of Bible, and Shalom.